Alright, so I wanted to make this video for anybody who is interested in buying an older Land Rover Defender. Just maybe some things to look at. First thing I would check out is like the underneath the hood. I noticed a few things on this one, like right here. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's actually just a little hole right there, and this is actually the air cleaner, and then it goes right into the intake. So that's been sucking in some sand. I mean, look at all the stuff that's around it. So that's one thing definitely to look for. Another thing that I've noticed is the wiring on these things is kind of bad. Like, it seems like a lot of the connections are corroded. I don't know if it's just this one per se, but like down here on the alternator, there's like corrosion in these wires. Another thing to notice is like these starter wires, like this terminal right here, it was loose. I had to tighten it up. I had to smash it a little bit. These wires look like, you know, they've been kind of hot. This wire definitely got hot. This needs a new starter. That's why it's in here right now. The starter's shot. Another thing to look for is exhaust leaks. I don't know how well you can see this, but this one right here, you can see all that black that's on the intake manifold. This one has an exhaust leak somewhere on the back side of the manifold. These vents, as you can see, there's a couple of these that have been just puking. I believe some of them go to the transfer case. I know the transfer case in this one leaks really bad and was full of water at one point. Another thing to check, I'll get more into depth with that later. Another thing you can tell is the headlights. See how this one has water in it? The other one's worse. So I don't know if this is like a common issue or what, but if they've been off-roaded and been in the water, you can definitely tell because the headlights will hold it. What else have I noticed? It's always good to check for leaks. Like this one has a slight coolant leak. You can see the coolant down there. Looks like it's leaking from right there underneath that thermostat housing. But yeah, this is basically what you got. Here's your injector pump down here. It's all mechanical. Let's see what else to look for on this. I've noticed when you crawl underneath it here, see how well you can see. Oh. So this is the front differential, and see how this little thing right here is all bent? Well, I noticed that and then grabbed a hold of it, and it moves quite a bit, and it's also leaking. Also, I don't know what these wires, oh, I guess it's not even a wire, it's a rope. I thought it was wires. So yeah, I guess these boots must like to tear, come apart or something, because that one's tied back together with rope. Looks like the front main seal maybe leaks a little bit of oil. Looks like maybe the power steering might leak a little bit too. It's always something good to check. Looks like whatever this here is, breather for the transfer case, that's leaking, which is never good. Oh, they do have an external slave cylinder, which that's kind of a plus. Moving on, as you can see, this transfer case leaks a lot. I guess I didn't check this side. I feel some play in the U-joint, but this bearing feels alright. But yeah, it's definitely leaking pretty bad. Looks like the rear axle is leaking too. It's like the pinion seal's leaking. But yeah, just some things to check over when you buy a Land Rover Discovery or Defender. Tires. Or another good thing to check, this one has really unevenly wore tires, and on the other side, this tire is almost shot. Like, it's completely, like, look at this. Look at that, it's just brutal. Just huge cracks in it. And it's really wore, like, unevenly. Like, I don't know. I mean, look at that one. That one's got wires coming right out of it. Oh, and it just gets worse. Look at that. So yeah, this thing definitely needs some tires. That one's about to blow out. Check out the inside. There isn't much to the interiors in these. They're pretty simple. But yeah, I don't know. Looks all pretty much cheap military stuff, you know. They ain't made out of much. Seems like everything in here is held up pretty decent except for the dash. The top's in pretty good shape actually. This door shuts kind of hard. I don't know. It's weird. You gotta slam it. But yeah, those are some things I would check over definitely when you're buying a Land Rover Defender. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe for more, subscribe for more. We'll see you in the next one.